Ben, Men's Hard Reset. Going to cover some things today that are uncomfortable, but that's what this channel is about. It's about putting yourself in a place that's not comfortable. It's the only way that you can grow from things that happen in your life. So, something that no one tells you after divorce or a long relationship ends is you're going to become an addict, and everyone's guilty of it. You're going to be addicted to looking backwards. You're going to replay arguments. You'll rewrite them in your head, but this time they'll have a different ending. You'll have the perfect comeback. You'll scroll through old photos at 2 a.m. wondering where it all went wrong. And I get it. I've been there. Sitting in a quiet apartment that used to be loud and things going on, trying to figure out the exact moment that it didn't go well. But what finally snapped me out of it, and it's going to sound harsh, but you need to hear this. The past you keep replaying does not exist anymore. It's a movie in your head. Every hour you spend watching that movie is an hour you're stealing from yourself and becoming who you should be. So if you're ready to stop rewinding, start building, stay with me today, because I'm going to give you the exact framework that I used to flip my focus to forward, and it changed everything. All right, let's start with something uncomfortable. All of this is uncomfortable. The rear view mirror trap. Your brain is literally wired to look backwards after trauma. Neuroscience calls it rumination. It's your mind's attempt to solve the problem, something that's already happened. After divorce, your brain treats the past like an unsolved puzzle. So it keeps pulling you back, replaying it, analyzing, looping, and doing it all over again. Here's the problem. Rumination feels like it's productive. It feels like you're working through your problems, but you're not. You're just marinating in pain and calling it processing. Think about it this way. Have you ever tried to drive a car by staring at the rearview mirror? Yeah, you'd crash in seconds. But that's exactly what most men are doing after divorce. They navigate their entire future while staring at the past. Now, I'm going to give you 3 shifts that will force your brain to look forward. The third one, it is the one that everybody resists doing. But of course, it works the best. So stick around. We're going to get there. All right, shift 1, canceling the investigation. And now here's what I mean. After divorce, you become a detective in your own life, looking for the clues. You investigate what went wrong, interrogate your memories to try to build a case. Sometimes against your ex, sometimes against yourself. You have to stop. The investigation is over. It's closed. I'm not saying you don't learn from it. I'm saying stop living in it. There's a difference between a lesson and a life sentence. Write down what you've learned. Literally, pen to paper. 3 things that you'll do differently. 3 things you know about yourself, and then close that notebook. That chapter's written. You don't need to keep editing it. This is where discipline meets mental health. And Marcus Aurelius, 2,000 years ago, said you have the power over your mind, not outside events. It's absolutely the truth. You cannot control what happens outside of yourself. You can't. You can try to think you do, but you don't. Realize this, you'll find strength. The investigation is going to give you an illusion of control, but real control is choosing where your attention is focused. Now ask yourself honestly, How many hours this week did you spend replaying something that's already happened? I want you to put that number in the comments. No judgment, just awareness, because awareness is where this shift will start. Shift number 2, building a forward identity. Here's where most divorce recovery advice falls short. They tell you to move on or focus on yourself. That's all great. But move on to what? Focus on what? What kind of version of yourself? After divorce, you've lost your role. You were a husband, provider, and that's a core part of your identity. But there's a gap, and gaps get filled. Either you fill them intentionally or they fill themselves, and regret, bad habits, loneliness, those are all bad. So here's what you do. You build what I call a forward identity. This is not about finding yourself. That's vague. It's just nonsense. It's about designing yourself deliberately. We're going to start with 3 pillars. First one is your body. What does your physical health look like 6 months from now? Get specific about it. Not, I'll get in shape. More like, I'm going to train 3 to 4 days a week and drop 18% of my body fat. I'm going to try to sleep 7 hours minimum, and especially over 40. It is about looking good for someone else. It's about proving to yourself that you can still build something from scratch. And the testosterone boost alone from consistent training, that alone is going to change your mood, your confidence, and your edge. Pillar 2, money. Financial recovery after divorce, it's real. Maybe you took a hit. Maybe you're rebuilding from a split that's left you in a bad place. Now is the time to build a financial plan that's yours alone. No compromises, no shared accounts. This is your personal development in its most practical form. Pillar 3, your mind. Read, learn a skill, start therapy. Yes, therapy. Real men don't white knuckle through burnout and call it resilience. That's not possible. Real resilience is having the guts to sit across from someone and say, I'm not okay, but I'm working on it and I want to work on it. These 3 pillars become your new identity, not divorced guy or, hey, that's her ex. You become a man who's building, and that's a reinvention and a hard reset. Shift 3, forgiving forward. Yeah, I know. Probably just tensed up. Forgiveness is absolutely a loaded word, especially in divorce. But hear me out, because I'm not talking about some sort of let it all go spiritual bypass. It's not happening. Forgiveness isn't saying what happened was okay. Forgiveness is saying I refuse to let what happened keep happening inside me. Every day you're carrying bitterness is a day your ex still controls your emotional state. Think about that. You're not married, but you brought a whole war with you, and it's still running, just like a program, draining your battery. Forgiving forward means this. I forgive the situation because I want to be fully present for what's next. I forgive myself for what I didn't know, and I forgive her for what she couldn't give. And I move forward. This isn't a weakness. This is the most disciplined, powerful thing you can do after divorce. It's the ultimate hard reset, because here's the truth about reinvention. It doesn't start with a new car, a new city, a new woman. It starts with the moment you decide that your future deserves more energy than your past does. Well, you've made it almost to the end. Impressive. Section 5, the windshield is bigger than the mirror. There's a reason that your car's windshield is huge and your rear view mirror is small. You're supposed to glance back briefly, but drive forward. Your life after divorce is an open road. I know it feels uncertain. I know some mornings you wake up and the silence just hits different. I know those are days that you need discipline, and there's only one thing keeping you upright. But that's the whole point. You're still here and you're still fighting. And the fact that you watch this tells me something about you. You're not the type to stay down. So here's what I want you to do today. One thing. Pick one pillar, body, money, or mind, and take one action, just one. Sign up for a gym, open a savings account, book a therapy session, download an audio book, just one step, because momentum is built one step at a time. Now, once you start moving forward, looking backward gets harder and harder. That's the design. That's the reset. If this hits home, and I'm hoping for a lot of you it did, drop a comment. Let us know which pillar you're starting with. Body, money, mind. I read every single comment that comes in and usually respond to them. This is a community of men rebuilding their lives. It's real and it matters. The team here at Men's Hard Reset, everyone's been through trauma, and I have been very, very blessed that it worked out for me, and I can't say that enough. So hit subscribe, share this with a brother or someone who's hurting, needs some recovery, and quit staring in that rear view mirror. If you want to go deeper on any of these pillars, I have videos on fitness, financial recovery, building. They'll be in the link below. This is Men's Hard Reset. I'm Scott Finn. You're not starting over, you're starting right. I'll see you in the next one.